We've got a lot of fans today.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're all listening right now.
Welcome to the False Cast podcast, ladies and gentlemen. The October 2025 edition. Fresh off of an Alaska wilderness trip. Fresh off of musky season galore.
Local
and
musky.
Smallmouth.
Trout, musky, black bear.
It's
Those are just my
It's the
exes.
season, baby. It is the season.
It is the season. It's Christmas morning every day.
We got a lot to unpack today. I would say we should start with you.
Sure.
And let's start with talk about the seasons that are ending. So
this is sad.
it's very sad, but there's a light
poignant.
at the end of the tunnel. So talk about the Wisconsin inland streams and inland lakes. When do those close and open again?
You got it. Okay. Minnesota closed the end of September. Very sad.
Can't fish Minnesota anymore.
Can't. I had a great time. All those whitewater streams. A lot of rainbows on dry flies this year. And sometimes, like, you have an appropriate ending. I was on the Rush River the other day. So the Wisconsin streams stay open through October 15th, which is really next week.
Inland streams.
Inland
correct.
streams. Correct.
Non-Superior,
Yep.
non-Michigan streams.
Yeah. So the Brule and the tributaries are November 15th.
Yes.
And I have boots on the ground there, both spots, myself. The Rush, another happy-go-looking guy. Happy. He's saying, George, you got to hit dry fly beetles right now. I've tied about 100. Gives me a couple. I'm like looking at him like, you need something else to do. But
We need pictures of all these guys.
I know, we do.
Because they're beauties.
They're
absolute beauties. Like people don't understand the people that we come in contact with.
Yes.
And if maybe we need their permission to do, because I mean, it's just, you can't make it up. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
And they're great people. They're so
phenomenal.
well-intentioned and
Yes.
very generous and very, just very
They
kind.
are shining examples of
Yeah.
humanity.
Yeah.
They bathe in like well water or something. There's something wrong.
And probably don't brush their teeth that
No,
often.
they don't brush their teeth.
No.
But this guy gives me, sure enough, I tie on this orange beetle, probably like a size 8.
Ooh.
Me and my buddy caught 14 between the two bridges on the Rush. I'm like, okay, fine. And okay, I'm just going to admit this.
Did
it
you
was
catch
80
one?
and sunny.
Did you catch him?
Yeah, I caught one right away.
Oh, no.
And
So he was right.
he's over my shoulder, kind of 50 yards behind.
Was he critiquing your casting technique?
No, he was not. Could be that thing.
You've been working out every morning, so.
I do. And I see certain listeners there
Yeah.
holding the pink weights.
Yeah,
If you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. And she has said in so many terms, she goes, you need to come in the morning and work out with me. And I go, why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
Because it's 5 a.m.
They're not there at 5 a.m.
Yes, they are.
Well, I'm seeing them at 7:30.
That's after
I'm just
they're
gonna
done.
say that.
No, that's after they're done.
They're still doing little stretchies and
Fine, but that's after they're done.
5?
A certain
I have the perfect parallel.
lifetime
gotta let
trainer
me
that's
throw
been
in.
over there, sometimes referred to as the fiery redhead.
Right.
Her class starts at like 5 o'clock
I know.
in the morning.
I know people in it.
And we all know people in that
Yeah.
till 6. And then I don't know what they do from 6 to 7:30, but it might be what you do from 6 to 7:30, which is talk to everybody in the gym.
Lifting. There's an old Prior Lake
I
basketball
make
coach
myself laugh.
who I still musky fish with him. He's a big dude. And his wife said to us, JM.
JM.
His
Gotcha.
wife, EM, goes, for those giant lures that you guys always throw, how come you guys don't have bigger muscles? We just went, wow. But she was right. I mean, sorry.
Okay, that's a good
Love those
segue
guys.
to muskie season. Okay, so talk about muskie season. This is
I will.
I would say this year in particular, it is a very interesting muskie year because a couple things. Number one, there is still a lot of bait fish out right now. When I have been wading some of the lakes around, the shad and the amount of bait that
everything is still really shallow.
it's very shallow. And that would make it easier, I think, for people to be fishing for muskies instead of going out to those deep, rocky reefs and stuff
me
like
and
that.
JM and myself alone on Tonka Sunday We were catching fish on bucktails, and the water temp was 75.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, that's like August. I mean, it's
but that's
cooled a little, but that's warm.
It's going to cool down. It was 37 this morning.
Yeah, exactly. It will. This weekend will be a fantastic musky weekend.
Yes, that's my point.
So I just caught one on a bucktail.
And we have a video of that we'll show on our online. Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, it's a little topsy-turvy here. And like me catching trout and everybody, all these squatches on dry flies, it's a little late in the year to be doing that.
Yeah.
You're totally right. But we're not complaining. We're just catching.
No.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Right.
Don't even hate the game.
So I just got back from a musky trip. I mean, a trout trip out to Alaska.
Right.
And I've got
the main event, right?
I've got some B-roll we'll put on video and show some pictures. Yeah. Because now we're big time. We're going video now.
Peter Gabriel.
This is our inaugural video false cast, everybody. So smile to the camera, George.
Hey.
You're we're Caleb and John have brought us to a different level of podcast.
They have.
lore.
They've raised our game.
And yeah, I mean, it's really, I would just like to say it's a fulfillment of a lot of dreams.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm a lot of it's coming together.
It is self-actualization.
The vision that we had 2 years ago after COVID to start this.
To agree to manifest.
Yes.
This abundance.
It's just a gift, really.
It's a gift.
And we're very blessed. So let me talk about Alaska for just a little bit.
As long as you want.
I have never been to Alaska. Have you ever been to Alaska?
No, I've not.
John, Caleb, you ever been to Alaska?
They look like they might have.
Okay. No, they haven't.
Okay.
I will say this, that it is one of the most pristine, untouched land areas in the
like for a vast piece of land.
It's huge.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I've never seen tundra for miles and miles and miles and miles. Permafrost, you can't build on. It's like when I was walking on it, or my buddies were walking on it, it was like walking into like 2 feet of sponge.
Whoa.
That's what that's like. Yeah, it's almost like a bog.
Do you sink into your knee?
Yeah, you're sinking
Every
in.
step?
Every step, yeah.
Oh.
And it's not like a bog where you're dragging, but you're still having to pick your feet up every time. It's not easy to walk. But anyway, a friend of mine that's the guide in Montana that I've been using forever, and he's a good friend of mine, Lee.
Perfect.
Out of Helena. Well, actually, he's out of Missoula, but anyway,
sure, close enough.
He runs.
He's your guy.
He runs on the Missouri in the summer and guides on the Missouri River, and him and his buddy and his stepdad and mother and 2 other acquaintances of his and myself went to King Salmon, Alaska to fish with Bear Trail Lodge. Shout out to them. And in the pursuit of big rainbow trout. So that was the trip. Going after big rainbows. And when I say big rainbows, I'm talking 30-inch rainbows.
Yeah.
Oh. So, whoa. So we get out there, we fly into Anchorage, fly into King Salmon, which is like another 45-minute flight from Anchorage. And if you look on a map and you look for Bristol Bay, we're on the Naknek River off of Bristol Bay. So kind of imagine, if you look at Alaska, it's kind of in the middle. It's north of Kodiak. It's north of the Aleutian Islands. It's north of, Juneau's way south and I think east. It's kind of, not the middle, but it's south of middle if you think of it, Alaska that way. Anyway, we're fishing off of this Naknek Lake, and our first flight out. So you go to the lodge. It's pretty bougie, by the way. I mean,
you're VIP.
We are not by any means roughing this at all. Okay, so the rhythm of each day is you get up at 5:30. The breakfast is served at 6. That's prepared by these awesome chefs at Bear Trail.
Outstanding.
And if you want to go to Bear Trail, her name's Riley Booth. Call her, tell her.
Put her on the website.
I will.
Yeah.
But then you have breakfast, whatever you want, basically. There's everything. And then you get in your waders, and then you drive to the flyout position if you're going to do flyouts, or you drive to the river to fish the river. But 2 days we did some flyouts. And the flyout's a little more expensive, so they add to your cost a little bit.
From the lodge.
Yeah, so they have their own flying service too.
That's what I'm trying to underscore.
So the
here.
first day, there's a couple places you can fish that have really good access to fishing, but also really, really good really good opportunities to see bears.
Okay.
Grizzly bears,
Yes.
brown bears.
Yes.
And so the
Cool.
most famous of that is called Brooks Falls. And Brooks Falls is part of that kind of same tributary, but Brooks is where you see these giant grizzlies eating these sockeye salmon as they're trying to get up the river. You know, you've seen
iconic
everybody has
picture.
seen that. Okay.
Yes.
The problem with fishing Brooks Falls is that it's part of the park and it's very, very regulated. So if a bear is within 50 yards of you and you have a fish on, you have to cut off your line. You have to break off.
Just break off.
Break off and you have to go retie. and move.
Safe as a safeguard?
Well,
Or
that's what they say.
wow. Keep going. You're rolling. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
The bears have the right of way?
So what happens though, if you kind of think about that, if a bear sees you, and by the way, they're smart, they see that you've caught a fish, so they're ready to eat that fish. They're not stupid. So what they do is they come when they see you with a fish on. So what do? So what ends up happening of maybe a 7 or 8 hour day of fishing, you only get 2 or 3 hours. And so why would you spend all that money to go all there just to see a couple bears and then not be able to catch fish?
Yeah.
So we opted actually not to go there. Some of the people in our group
So you
did
not fish that?
No, but we went to another place called the Kulik River.
Okay.
And the Kulik doesn't have those same regulations. You still don't want to be close to the bears, and if they're coming at you, you move. But we saw probably 100 and some odd bears.
Wow. In an afternoon?
In a day.
Amazing.
Yeah,
How
in a day.
And
I'll put the videos on the website.
Did you feel threatened?
Never.
Like, help me.
There was
understand.
only 2 times in that entire trip that I felt threatened. The first time is when a big boar was coming down, and I was in about 5 feet of water, and he was about 15 yards from me. And one of the guides came. I waved him down.
That's close.
I waved him down, and the guides just came right up to me, and he stood between me and the bear, and just kind of stood there, big, and just said, "Hey bear, hey bear," and the bear kind of sniffed him, and then just moved right up off the bank, right around us. Yeah.
Kudos to your guide.
Yeah, but it's not their first rodeo.
Yeah,
right.
right.
Anyway, so then we fished that Kulik River, and I caught some massive, probably 27s, 26s. One of the problems of fishing that is that all the red sockeye that you see in these rivers, they're all over the river. So that's what the bears are eating. They're going in there and they're eating these dying sockeye salmon that have spawned, and now they're just dying. Yep. Okay, so they're not as fast, they're not as active, and the bears have a lot better chance to eat them. So the bears are going and eating all these sockeye salmon, and they really don't care about us. They're there for the fish, and most of the bears that we saw had cubs. So we were seeing a lot of sows with 2 or 3 cubs each, which is kind of really cool to see.
They're modeling fishing behavior.
Absolutely. So the bears know. I mean,
right. Look, son.
But what I didn't expect, which I should have, I guess, but up and down the entire shoreline of each side of the river that we were fishing is like this carnage of just dead fish. It smelled really bad. And there's seagulls and all kinds of gulls. And it was, if you were a birder, and there was 2 boats that came in that just were with a bunch of cameras. So you had, think about this raft coming down with 5 people in each raft, and they all have these massive telephoto lenses, and they're stopping to take pictures of all these bird species and all these bear species. And it was cool. But we caught some really big fish that first day.
What did you catch the big rainbows on, and how deep are the rivers?
So we're wading in about 4 to 5 feet up to about our waist, or a little higher.
Okay.
The rivers are unwalkable, if you will. They're 8 to 10 feet in some of the pools, so they're not shallow. They're not super shallow, but we were fishing with beads.
Oh, yeah.
So a bead
fly,
a bead with a hook as a trailer. So the bead would be attached on the line about, call it 3 or 4 inches above where the hook is. Because what happens, the trout will go for the bead, and then you set the hook, and now you got them in your mouth.
So you're kind of snagging.
No, you're not snagging, because they're smacking that bead.
Okay.
And so and you're just setting on sides.
Just makes more sense.
So that was one way we were doing it, where
Cool.
when the trout are eating those the eggs basically
Yep.
that the sockeyes that just
Yeah,
lay them.
exactly.
That's the trick. And the other trick is to try to keep the sockeyes off of your line because there's so many sockeyes.
How does one do that? This is a hard problem.
That's hard to do.
Yeah.
Because they're also defending their eggs too at some level. So we caught some sockeyes, but
Did they not fight well?
Not really.
Because they're dying.
Yeah, because they had traveled all the way upstream to spawn in the river.
Exactly.
But anyway, long story short, we get done with that. We fly back to the lodge. We get out of our waders. We take a shower. Go back. There's specialty drinks, appetizers by this executive chef. Then we have a 3-course meal. Then we have after drinks, and then it's about 8:00. And you're so tired you can't keep your eyes open.
Okay,
you're
so
just cashed.
2 more questions.
Yeah.
Is the song Pink Pony Club on repeat?
No, it's not.
And isn't it Sunlight?
You might have to describe to the listeners that reference.
Pink Pony Club. I think our producers know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Roan is the hottest singer right now. That was like the biggest song in America.
You're right.
But, okay, let's move on. Pink Pony Club. And then, is it sunny all day up there this time of year?
No. It's normal like it is here.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. But I will say that temperature-wise, it was when we were hitting 80s and 70s here. The highest that we ever had over there was like 48, 47.
Whoa. Oh,
and there was snow in the mountains the next day that we started going out and flying.
Beautiful.
Out. So it just started to snow, and then we had one day on Saturday that it was about a 30-mile-an-hour wind and it was about 35, 36 degrees. So if you're going to go out there, make sure you have the right gear. I had the right gear. That was one of the things I want to talk about today. Was a gear issue for if you're going to do late season fly fishing, which is really fun to do. Actually, it's a blast, and they've been eating all summer, so they're big. Yeah. So it's kind of a benefit of fishing late. But make sure you have some good Gore-Tex waders. And make sure you have a good...
Are you going to shout out a certain brand right now?
Certain Grundon's Gore-Tex brand. Absolutely. Grundon's is great. I've Patagonia and Sims have some. But I really like the Grundon's. There's a new brand called Squala. You ever heard that?
No.
Squala is I believe they're out of Montana too. But Squala has... I think they're kind of the up-and-comer now because Sims is good, but it's a little corporate now, I think.
It's like a Buick Cadillac.
I don't know about their quality as much because so I've kind of shifted to Squala and Grundon's.
Nice.
Yeah. But it was a great trip. We caught a lot of fish. We had a lot of fun. It was just one of those things you need to do. You need to do.
Hey, no one deserves it more than you. You're an ambassador for the sport, P-Dub.
But no, it's a trip of a lifetime, and it's worth spending the money to do once, I think. I don't know if it's something you do annually, but it would definitely be something that I could see going out there.
Heck yeah.
I mean, I'd love to go out there next year, but there's also other competing things.
Here comes another pertinent question in my primitive brain. Do you have Wi-Fi while you're fishing?
Interesting. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, okay, sorry. Let me qualify that. You have Wi-Fi at the lodge, Starlink, but there's
Elon Musk.
You don't have anything out there. So you have inReach, satellite phones.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So you can text. So that was the guides had those so that they could communicate back to the base. When the planes are coming,
right?
Where to pick them up, that kind of stuff.
You're breaking my heart. I can't go Instagram Live. I can't do a selfie with a big bear.
No, you can't. And we'll post some big bear. It was Fat Bear Week. You ever heard that on? I don't know if it's National Geographic or they always sponsor this big Fat Bear Week.
Yeah, I actually have seen this.
Well,
awesome.
That's where we were in the.
You were waiting.
That's where we were. We were in those rivers.
Really?
Yeah.
Outstanding.
I mean, Katmai National Park and the surrounding tributaries in those rivers. I think it's the Igakuk or that's the one where
so
Brooks Falls goes up from. There's a reason people go out there to see the bears because they're pretty amazing.
Outstanding.
And it's fun to watch them catch. I had them floating by me. I had them catching fish in front of me. One of the things that people don't know is when bears eat the fish, they catch a fish, we think they eat all the protein and stuff. No, they don't. They strip out the guts and they eat the guts.
What?
Yeah. They barely touch the actual stuff that we
flank
eat.
Of the.
We don't. Yeah, and then they eat
Why?
they eat the brains because there's so much fat in them. So they're trying to get fat for the winter. So they eat all the entrails. So you see on the shoreline, you'll see the head, and you'll see like strips of stuff that you and I would like. Oh my gosh, that's
Right.
And it's another reason some of the hunting that goes on. They hunt the bears out there. There's seasons for them, and they don't eat the meat of the brown bears
Because it's too fatty. Got it.
and it's they're eating basically dying fish, and they're eating. It's not that they're too oily. It's just they're eating fish that are dying and carrion and things like that. You probably don't want to be eating that.
Right. Like eating a carp.
They
around here.
They do. Well, they do. They do eat black bear though. So the black bears. There's people. Well, just like yourself,
I know. I have.
Yeah.
So I got a stand going right now.
So they will eat the black bears, but just not the brown bears. They just shoot them for their hide. And the cost of getting one out there.
Oh.
Somebody told me that as I was leaving, there was a guy that was going back to Minneapolis from Anchorage with me. Guess how much it was to get just one bear?
And you mean a brown bear now?
Brown bear. Grizzly.
$20,000.
Grizzly.
It has to, minimum 20.
That's half.
Oh, there we go.
$40,000.
40
for a 5-day trip with including the processing of the hide, and it was $44,000 per person, and he brought 6 people up.
Yeah, there you go.
Do the math on that.
His commission. I might, if I were good enough.
Well,
at it.
but they're flying trips, so they're flying from a lodge. So every day, 5 days, they're flying, or they're camping at this big site with people that are there helping support all that stuff. Yeah, it's
insane.
I would never do that.
Did you see herds of caribou and or moose?
No moose, no caribou. They're further north.
Oh,
The moose are not further north. They're further south, but there are moose around. We just didn't see any.
I see.
There's moose in there are some moose in king salmon around there, but not many.
Not high.
It's not. Yeah, and the caribou are no. I mean, there used to be huge herds of caribou. There's not that many anymore. It's not as
all right.
But anyway, it was a great trip.
Glad you're back.
Yeah.
Glad you're safe. Glad you had the trip of a lifetime.
Yeah. Next week is Mille Lacs trip. my annual Mille Lacs trip. So
Smallies and wallies.
Smallies and walleyes.
Yeah.
This year you can keep 3 for the walleyes. So we might be fishing a little deeper this year just in case we get some. But we're kind of going through the same. Catch those football 5-6 pound smallmouth.
Those are beautiful.
They're so big. Yeah, they're fat and they're hungry. And we can fish all night now. So now we can fish for muskies late at night. We can troll for muskies.
How did it changed? I love it. You got to do that.
Yeah, because Mille Lacs, remember the rule used to be 10 and at night, and now it's midnight. So
now it's I mean, they're protecting the resource, and that's awesome.
What else do we need to talk about?
So November 15th is the drop dead date for the Brule. We love to steelhead fish and salmon fish.
Right.
The Brule and Minnesota North Shore. So what I got to talk about, more and more guys on the North Shore are catching coaster brook trout that are entering the North Shore streams.
Like the baptism and the...
Yep, the baptism, the temperance, all those larger rivers as you go north of Two Harbors have coasters. Minnesota kind of really didn't stock them, as I understand it. I think it was more Canada and Michigan, but they're coming over.
Huh.
And
they're going up those rivers
exactly.
in the fall.
Yeah, when you read the Creel surveys and like Minnesota Steelheader and other sources, guys are catching coasters, which are like 20-inch brook trout. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty sweet.
So I've got to get me up there. That's what I got. Next
when
week is going to be
season,
my week.
That season's over in when?
It's open all year on the North Shore.
For
on the
catch and
Minnesota
release
side, yeah, it's catch and release. You can fish. One of the beautiful things about Minnesota North Shore streams, you can fish it provided there's water and it's not iced over.
Mm-hmm.
So there's diehards up there. People with a reason to go up there. If you're dressed for it appropriately, you can fish for them.
Spawn sacks. What are they fishing?
Yeah, I think it's spawn sacks. I think it's beads again, yarn flies.
Yeah.
And then there's every time I go up there, there's guys throwing hardware, which makes me think they're trying to snag them. Maybe not. But I mean, you know what?
The meat eaters.
Exactly, the meat eaters. If we don't have enough people fishing for anything, we're going to lose our leverage the DNR and what have you.
100%.
So you got to have them up there.
Yeah. That's our time today, I think.
We're on time. We have 2 producers now. Look at that.
Yeah,
we made the big time.
I mean, we are kind of a big time already, but the name of our new studio is called AMP Studios.
AMP.
So there's a plug for AMP Studios.
Is that an acronym for
Anadromous, musky, and
pike, obviously, or we got to get the trout in there. But
yeah, I don't know.
We'll
did
work on that
anadromous
for next time.
Yeah.
Anadromous works.
Yeah, I think that works. We'll come up with it.
This is a beautiful place. It's all good.
All right.
Thanks,
everybody. We'll talk to you later.
Peace out.